Hey guys, this is Wolfgang. In this short video I will demonstrate how to use the Rhein 83 OT Equator attachments, and I'll be placing those into my inner bar. So the hybrid has already got the screw canals sealed, and I use this part of the submenu to do this. Next we'll enter into the component module and access the iBar assembly parts. I'll append those into the scene. The assembly consists of an upper cylinder. This is used as a cutting tool to cut a cavity on the inside of the hybrid. We have the stainless steel housing, which you can see on the right hand side. This will be glued into the cavity. Then we have the retentive sleeves. These are color coded and will fit into the stainless steel housing. We then have the OT Equator component. This gets screwed into the bar. This has its own cutting tool, and you can see the cylinder on the bottom. This makes the hole on the inside of the bar. And then we've got a screw thread which will be cemented into the hole that we're going to be making in the bar. And then finally there's another little cylinder. This acts as a level plateau onto which all of these parts can sit. Having said that, if this part is too big and the bar is running too narrow in some areas, then we would only use the actual component together with its cutting tool. So I'll just go back, Control Z. We will access the component module, go into transparent mode, select the uppermost cylinder, use the B key, box select all the other parts, and then link. So this parents all the parts to the upper cylinder. Now I can use the G key and safely drag that around the scene. Let us copy that. Now the best way to do that is to view the case from the top, and I'll select one of those and go into transparent mode, and then I'll use the G key and I'll position it somewhere on the bar. Same thing here, we will just position it somewhere on the bar. Next, look at the case from the front. I will choose my hybrid and hide it for the time being. We can go out of transparent mode. Next, select the yellow part. I'm going to just drop those down like this. Same thing with this one. Looking at it from the top again, I want to make sure that I can get this into a fairly broad part of the bar using the G key. Having said that, we don't want to drag it into our screw chamber there. So just back a little bit. Now this comprises of using the R key for rotate, using the arrows or the G key and the R key. So we're positioning this level plate on the surface of the bar, but we do not want to submerge it below the surface. So keep a small gap like this. This would be okay. We could maybe just rotate it a little bit. So just spend some time to fine tune this, because we don't want to have a big step from the bar onto this kind of plateau. Once you're happy with that, press a lock. That gets rid of the parent group. So we'll do the same here. I'll zoom in and again use the R key, the G key. Whoops, I'm going to make sure that part is selected. R key and G key. Just a combination of using the arrows here. So notice how the iBar is running a little bit too narrow, which is okay for this demonstration because we don't want to use a level plate on this particular one. With this one being selected, push lock. This removes the parent group. We'll go to this one. I'm going to hide all the parts we don't need. Press H. This is the one we need. And the one with the screw thread, I'm going to hide that. Keep this one, keep that one. Now with the level plate, the cylinder being selected, and only this one, shift and left click on the bar as well, edit and create a union. Select the cutting tool, shift and left click on the bar as well and create a difference. It's made the hole. The screw thread is already in there because it's not hidden, and you can see how this just gets cemented into that hole. Now if you like, you could leave it like this. Alternatively, you can go to the Model Designer menu and then access into the Sculpt tool here. Use a dropper because we might want to mimic the mesh of the surrounding area, and just set the strength really low. You can also set the dynotoper here fairly high, so we can just get a very smooth transition between this plateau and the upper surface of the bar, like this. Just breaking the hard edge. We can leave it like this. Exit. So this one's already done. Next we'll move to this one. I'm going to hide this yellow part, hide all the components we don't want. In actual fact, the plateau, I'm going to delete it, X delete. Make sure this one I can hide, only use the cutting tool. Again, with this being selected, shift left click on the bar as well, edit and create a difference. That's created the hole, and we can see we've got our little insert there. Control Z, I can unhide it. Next, I'm going to focus my attention on the hybrid, so we can hide the bar. I'm going to hide all these associated parts, and we will unhide the cylinders here. Now if you at any stage see the cylinder popping out or through the interproximal areas here, you can either use in the Model Designer the patch up tool. You can overlay some extra mesh here. You can also go tab into edit mode, select a vertex like this. Make sure you are in proportional editing, and then very careful with the G key, set the circle extremely small, because at no stage do we want to affect the inner surface of the hybrid. So tab out, and then we could smooth that over. But for this example, we'll keep it like this. Now we're going to select the cutting tool, tab into edit mode, and you will notice that the cutting tool is designed in a way that it's got many vertices running around it, but on the upper surface we've got only one face. So go into face select, select the actual face, use the E key and pull it upwards. Tab again out of the edit mode. With the cylinder being selected, shift left click on the hybrid, push edit and create a difference. Let's do the same for this one. Select it, tab into edit mode, select the top face, E, pull it up, tab out, shift left click on the hybrid as well, create a difference. Excellent. So we can insert our stainless steel housings and all the other parts that go with it, and we can unhide that, and we can view our work. Here we've got the nylon sleeves. We can hide those. So those were the stainless steel housings, the nylon sleeves, and these parts that get screwed in. So to export it, you only export the bar, and then you would glue in the little screw threads. Excellent, that completes it, and I hope you enjoyed watching the video.